Hello, we're here today with Charles Bonacera, and we're going to be talking about his book, The Mental Side of Golf. And the great thing about this book as well is it also comes with it on audio. So you can read it, but you can also listen to it when you're driving. And Charles, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and your book?
Well, I'll start by telling you what I did and how I came to writing the book. I was a psychotherapist back in Buffalo, New York, and I enjoy the game of golf. So I combined the two, but I realized, at least in my own game, that as much as there is a technical side to the game of golf, the mental side of golf is very, very important. In fact, I believe it overshadows the technical side. So I decided to write this book to try and help golfers to shave strokes off their game.
Oh, that's wonderful. We could all use that.
Well, yeah, we could. And it also helps people to begin to realize how some of the principles in golf can be applied to life. And I talk in the book about the carryover effect. People don't realize this, but I've dealt with athletes in various sports, equestrians and gymnasts and figure skaters and hockey players and professional hockey players, the NHL Buffalo Sabres hockey team, all sorts of different sports. And I try to help people to realize, athletes realize, that how they're dealing with their lives, their personal lives, is going to reflect on how well they do in their performance in a given sport. It's a given, it's universal, it applies across the board. So that's a very interesting part of the book as well.
That's great. So you not only basically shave numbers off your golf game, but you also benefit in your life as well.
That's right.
That's wonderful.
That's right. There's a couple of things, if I could just highlight a couple of things in the book.
Please do.
One of the things I talk about in the book is developing a strategy. Developing a strategy in golf is essential. In fact, I just revised the book to include the creation of a strategy. And of course, you can guess that creating a strategy in life is very important as well. You need to know what it is you want or need to do before you do it in order to do it successfully. Now, in the book, with respect to the game of golf, I've taken a course, the course that I happen to live on, called Bobcat Trail, and I've outlined the 6th hole, which is the hole I live on. And on the 6th hole, it's a par 5 hole. It's a very difficult hole. It's my nemesis. It's the hole I have the most difficulty with when I play the course. And you need to develop a strategy in terms of club choice, distance, awareness of hazards, taking into consideration the wind and all other elements. So in order to do this, the book outlines the steps that you can take in order to develop that strategy in order to score well on this particular hole. Now, believe it or not, after I did this, I practiced what I preached. And I used the strategy. Whereas I was bogeying or even double bogeying, that means 1 or 2 above par. I actually almost birdied. I didn't quite birdie, 1 under par, but I did par the hole for the first time after I developed the strategy. I used different clubs. I used a different technique. I watched my swing. I was aware of the technical aspects, but I was also very much aware of how I was using my mind in order to develop this. Now, another part of the book has to do with imagery and visualization, and that's a very important part of especially of golf or any individual sport, but even team sports as well. But in the game of golf, being able to visualize a shot before you hit the ball is essential in order for you to place that ball where you want it placed. And if you do it well enough, and over a period of time practice it long enough, you're going to be able to put that ball pretty much within a given area of where you want it to land, which is extremely important because that's the game of golf.
Right.
Placing the ball is the game of golf.
That's the name of the game.
So to the extent that people are able to train themselves to visualize and imagerize, I go through and I ask people who are reading the book to switch over to the CDs when they're going through the training exercises, because it's easier for them to follow while being led through the training rather than reading and then trying and reading and trying. It's kind of interrupted that way. And I take them through various golf swings in slow motion. They can't touch they can't touch a club, they can't hit a ball. They have to do this all in their mind, and they have to do it to their fullest satisfaction before they're, quote, allowed to pick up a club and try to hit a ball. And it shows them, as they do that in their mind, it will transfer into what they do in vivo or in actuality when they pick up a club and go to hit the ball. So it's a very interesting technique. It's something I learned back in many years ago, having done some self-hypnosis, but this is just a basic, deep relaxation exercise that helps people to do it. Now, they're able to use this before practicing on the golf range, before a game, before a shot. And if they master the technique, they should be able to relax their minds and visualize within a matter of 5 to 10 seconds. Okay? And it works. It really does work. For those who are attentive to developing and practicing the method, it does work for them, and they can shave strokes as a result.
That's wonderful. Well, it sounds like your book is full, jam-packed of ideas and really usable things where they can actually put them into practice, where it really will make a huge difference in their golf game.
No question. There is one section in the book where I walk them through various exercises. There are about 20 or 25 of them, all told, that they can practice on their golf course or on their practice range in order to improve their game. And it strikes at various levels or various aspects of the game so that they can choose whichever one they want to improve in their game and practice it in order to be able to accomplish that goal.
That's great.
Yeah.
I think it would benefit anyone that really wants to make their golf game better, which I think is everybody that plays golf. Could you tell us how they can get the book?
They can go to my website, which is Charles M. Bonacera. I'll spell that. It's BONASERA.com. CharlesMBonacera.com. The book is displayed on my website. This is a hardcover version. I am going to be publishing a softcover version very shortly, within a month or so. And we're hoping that people have the interest to take a look-see and buy our book.
Definitely. So please do check out the website. And remember, the book is not only a book, but it also has it on audio. A lot of us have only so much time, so the audio is wonderful. I know I listen to it in my car, and it's great. While you're traveling to work, you can really be learning how to make your golf game much better.
It's an interesting part of this, if I may, Andy. People have listened to that, and I don't think you play golf, do you?
I do.
Do you? There are a couple of people who never played golf who decided they wanted to listen to the audio CD, and they thought it was great, and they were applying it to whatever they do in their lives. So there are techniques that can be applied very easily. The other thing is this book is really about how to use your mind most effectively. And I say in the book, you have to keep in mind that your mind belongs to you. You need to be able to be in control of how your mind works. So if you go into negative patterns, you should be able to control your mind to go into positive patterns, which of course will result in much more positive results.
And most definitely, I have an example of that. I golf. I used to golf a lot, but now I don't golf that much. But one of my buddies, he would lose, he would get angry. You know, he'd lose control. And every time he lost control, his game went way down. I mean, just way down. So I'm sure that this would be extremely helpful to him. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to send him a copy.
All right. All right, Andy. Well, thank you very much for the opportunity of displaying my book and talking a little bit about it.
Most wonderful.
And if anybody has any questions, you can go to my site and